Hello chess lovers, I have a very interesting game for you played by the third world chess champion Jose Raul Capablanca. His opponent is Souza Campos and the game was played in 1927 in Sao Paulo. This was a chess simul and Capablanca started with e4, b6 by Campos, Owen defense, d4, bishop b7, bishop d3 e6, knight f3, c5, white castles kingside, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight e7 and knight c3. Actually, as you can see, there is a very tempting hold on d6 square. White can play knight b5, if a6 then knight d6, smothered mate. But of course no one will allow such a mate, and after knight e7 we see a serious move, knight c3, knight g6, bishop e3, bishop c5 and queen h5. White is placing the queen on active h5 square and is acting against knight c6. For example, now if knight c6, then white can capture on c6 and then on c5, winning a pawn. That's why after queen h5, black castled kingside. Rook d1 and bishop takes d4. Again, there is a problem with developing the knight, that's why black is capturing on d4, and only after bishop takes d4 the knight jumps on c6 square. Bishop e3 and a bad move by black e5, which is weakening this a2 g8 diagonal permanently and the d file further. Bishop c4, king h8 and the rook fills the hole on d6 square, creating a simple threat. Bishop takes f7. For example, now just a random move if a6, then bishop takes f7 followed by rook takes g6, winning a pawn. That's why after rook d7 black played queen e7, rook d1, rook d8. Now comes the bishop g5, and after f6, Capablanca made a daring decision. He captured on g6, sacrificing the queen, but it turns out that actually this queen sacrifice is inaccurate. H takes g6, rook d3 with a very simple threat, rook h3 checkmate. For example, if f takes g5 then rook h3 and this is a checkmate. And it was in here that black made a mistake and played rook f7. Actually the best move which could give black advantage was d5. First blocking this diagonal, if rook h3 check then king g8, and if knight takes d5 with the threat of knight takes f6 checkmate, then rook takes d5 getting rid of the knight and then rook f7. If bishop e3 then knight b4 and then after bishop takes f7, king takes f7, black has an extra piece and this is going to be winning for black. But after rook d3 we see rook f7. Here comes knight d5 and queen c5, which is losing on the spot. Well, queen e6 could give black some chances of equalizing the game. After queen e6 the following variation can arise. White can capture on f6, attacking the queen. Now queen takes c4 can't be played because of this rook h3 checkmate, and if a move like g takes f6 then bishop takes e6, d takes e6, rook takes d8, and in the end of the day this is an equal position. But after knight d5 we see queen c5, which allows Capablanca to go for a mating combination. You can pause the video and try to find his next moves. Actually there is a mate in 6. Ready? Capablanca first played rook h3 check, and after king g8 he played knight takes f6 check. King f8, well if g takes f6 then after bishop takes f6 black king is getting checkmated. The rook is pinned and black can't capture on f6. If queen takes c4 then rook h8 checkmate. This is a spectacular mate, of course. That's why after knight takes f6 check we see king f8, rook h8 check, king e7, and here Capablanca made another astounding move. If you didn't manage to calculate this line up to the end, please pause the video and try to find Capablanca's next move. Ready? He played rook e8 check, a powerful deflective move, and after luring away the rook, now the pawn on d7 is no longer protected. We see rook takes d7 check and then rook takes f7 checkmate. Look at this fantastic checkmate on the board. This was truly a spectacular combination. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave your comments. Good luck.